What kind of a backwards, twisted, messed up world do we live in? You've got people mad at you for what they've done to you. And they're mad that they don't have access to you anymore. You've moved on. You're moving on emotionally, accepting the tough truths that God has shown you. And people have the audacity to try to make you feel guilty for reacting in a godly way to what they have done to you. The evil, the despicable deeds, the sabotage, the gossip, the slander, the lies, maybe even trying to mess with your finances. Who knows? These people will do anything. And they're mad at you that it didn't take you out. They're mad that you're over here like juggling tomatoes. Praise God. Praise God. Praise God. What are we doing today? How can I serve you, Lord? They wanted to destroy your faith. They don't like that you keep clinging to the Lord. Everything they do against you pulls you even closer to God. They're like, how the heck does this child of God still have faith? Why are they so positive? Why do they have joy? Why can't we suck them into our game so easily? They don't understand what they need to understand. The fact that it was God teaching them a lesson, that you're not one to misuse and mistreat. They got away with it for a time. And in God's divine timing, He woke you up little by little because He knew that it was going to be a challenge for you to let go of these people. He knows your heart. He knows that regardless of all of the crap that they have been doing, He knows that you still love them. And He has had to gradually give you that disdain, that distaste, that righteous indignation. And so they're just mad that they don't have easy access to you anymore. They're mad that you want peace and space and growth and learning and understanding, because they can feel that you are elevating spiritually. You're on the path of healing and becoming who they didn't want you to become. They were cool when you were like even with them. You've probably heard this. They want you to do good, but not better than them. They wanted to outshine you and have control over you, and they wanted for you to look up to them as your God. And for the longest time, they knew that you had a good heart and that they could control you by your heart. And God said, whack. Not anymore. Not anymore. God removes you to teach them that they need to change. You're not willing to just let any demon into your life anymore. And God has a special purpose and a special plan for you. And you are tapping into the gift of discernment that He has given you. And you are learning rapidly. Not everyone can go where you are going. Most people are vessels that are living worldly lives that they want for you to like be envious of their life. But really, they're envious of God's favor over your life. They wish they had what it takes to do the right thing. But more so, they want to keep chasing this facade. They want to be loved by the world. So it's like they have a deep-rooted envy for who you belong to. And they want to be in your environment if you're going to keep your mouth shut about who they are, so that they can latch onto your light. Like you were their way out. If you were around and tolerating their evil and their unrepentant sin, they could feel better about themselves because the chosen one was around and tolerating it. They felt close to God when they were around you because you have a good heart, you have the light, but they mistreated it big time. And so you've probably experienced this. You go to tell them something that they need to hear because you have a genuine concern for where they are heading, to the lake of fire. And you know that this is not easy, to be like confrontational and everything. You finally stood your ground and stood up. And you told them how you feel and where your boundaries are. Somehow they made their feelings of being exposed more important than your truth, than the truth. They flip everything. They blame shift. Professional deceivers. And they know that they can target your heart, your greatest virtue, your greatest gift from God. Your heart. They want to target that. They want you to feel the guilt that they feel. They'll project that onto you. So they blame shift. They twist everything. But you've been shown these things. God has gradually and repeatedly confirmed that these people are secretly against your life and your growth. He had to wake you up to these things. He had to allow for them to mistreat you. Otherwise, you would have probably let them, swarm you for the rest of your life. And so there's breakthrough and there are level ups in detaching and seeking. And God knows that it's not easy. So he makes it easier for you by allowing them to mess with you. But still, they're mad that you're moving on and that you feel the way that you should about it because you have God. Now you understand a few things that a majority of believers don't even understand this. You're not here to be a nice guy. You're not here to be naive and manipulated. You're here for the truth, and you're here to help others who are seeking. But these people don't want to hear anything from you. You are the last person that they would ever want to take advice from. So, blame shifting. There's a few proverbs that I just looked up, and almost every time that the proverbs refer to a fool, they're talking about these narcissistic people in your life. So let me just read a few of them. A fool has a disdain for learning and growth. They are easily provoked and quick to show their irritation. They're quick to express their emotions without restraint. They believe they're always right and are resistant to advice or correction. They engage in destructive behavior and negativity, and they negatively influence those around them. They engage in deceit and slander, causing harm through their words. That's exactly what these people are doing. They're running with a lie, a false reality. It's witchcraft. They're deceiving others and trying to deceive you and play on your mind to get you to ruminate, to get you to have this false hope that they have your best interest at heart. But God has proven it to you time and time again. And if there's any sliver of doubt in you about these people and the things that God has revealed to you, if there's any chance that you might potentially turn back, God has to fix that in you, and He will. You might have to go through some more suffering, and that sucks. That sucks. But He works all things good for those that love Him. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I do work today, and I kind of chose to work today because if not, there would be a higher chance of the narcissistic demons in my life popping up unannounced to show face and catch me off guard and act like, oh, happy birthday. But you know that these people have an agenda. What I actually want on a day like today is to be free from these people. Have you ever, I was just pondering this too. As I was waking up, like over the past few years, it felt like on my birthday, I was the one giving and serving other people's needs and desires under the guise of, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? It's like they use these holidays as a cover-up to keep prolonging your detachment. And so maybe you've dealt with that on these holidays, or even your birthday. You feel like the one who's doing everything for everyone else, and you feel drained. Like you have to put up a performance to make everyone else feel good and crap. I don't know. I was just pondering that, and it just seems like the last few years, it felt like I was being controlled and commanded to. It's like it was all for them in a weird way. But praise God. Praise God. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. I just got a beautiful gift in the mail. Some good stuff. I'm just kind of amazed. I'm always amazed at, like, God's just incredible. Like, how could you even explain His goodness and his blessings? Like, if I were to try to put words to how I feel right now about all of this and the ministry and everything, it wouldn't do it justice. Like, His love, this journey is profound. And although there's a lot of trials and suffering, He always just comes through in a way that's so loving and so reassuring. And He often does that through His people. So, thank you all. Tomorrow we're having a Zoom group chat come join us in the school community, the chosen few, to get the link, which I'll probably post today. But the Zoom is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST. And yeah, I'd love to see you there. All right, that'll be all. Stay tuned, and God bless.